Norway.
So, firstly, I want to thank you for accepting my invitation and accepting to be on my show.
No problem. Thanks for asking. I'm excited for the interview.
So, I thought to introduce you to my audience.
Okay.
Yeah. So, can you please introduce yourself to my audience?
Sure. Hi, my name is Joel Durston, and I work for a company called Keystone Academic Solutions. We help to connect students to universities and colleges worldwide. We have a website which is visited by about 6 million people every month, where they can find universities and contact them using our software. And my role specifically is that I'm in charge of the articles we write about studying and study destinations and how you can apply for university and things like that. And I'm in charge of our student-based social media accounts, where we publish those articles and other posts related to studying.
So, you're from?
I was born in Oxford, UK. I lived there for 16 years. Then my family moved to somewhere else in the UK, and I lived in a few different places. Went to university in Kent, Canterbury, a very nice town in England. And then I was living in London for 7 years, where I started studying journalism. I did a short journalism course for about 4 months. It's like the industry standard journalism course in the UK. I graduated to be a journalist, and I got a job that was based in London. It was like sort of journalism, but sort of also PR and marketing. It was quite a good job, but it wasn't super exciting. But the good thing about it was that it gave me quite a lot of time on the side to pursue my real passion of journalism. Um, a lot of that was unpaid because that's the nature of journalism. But the good thing was I was getting a steady wage from my normal job, and I had time to pursue my career in earnest and my passions. And then about 4 years ago, I met my now fiance in London, who's a Norwegian. And about a year and a half later, we moved here, and I was lucky to find a job that I now have at Keystone Academic Solutions.
So, presently, what is your work?
My work is writing articles about studying. So, for example, it could be why study in India. We did an article about that not too long ago, why study business in India, why study history, how to manage your student loans, how to apply for college, how to write the best college application letter, what makes a medical school application stand out. Those are just examples of articles we would write. I don't actually write them. I have a writing team, but my job is to plan the articles and to edit them and publish them on our websites. And also I manage our social media accounts where we publish those articles and publish lots of other things. I work with our customers, our clients, which are universities around the world, and we do advertising and articles about them. So I'm in correspondence with them and our writers to plan these adverts and articles that go on social media and article pages on our websites. And also sorry, that's my dog. And I also, hang on one sec. Daddy, sit. He can join the call if it's okay. Calm him down. Hi everyone. And I also talk to students on social media who message us wanting to find universities and courses, so I can help them use our websites to find the courses and talk to the universities that they want to. which is how I found you. You messaged our Instagram page, INTL Students Hub, and I was happy to come on this show.
So, in simple words, your organization is a mediator between student and universities.
Exactly, yeah. We connect the two.
So you help students to which course that helps them, and you tell them which course is you will explain what are the universities and the universities that the courses that they are offering.
Exactly, yeah. That's correct.
And where in UK?
We work around the world. Sorry, can I try to turn background noise off? Okay, I think it's already, background noise is already cancelled. My dog has heard another dog barking, so it's woken him up and he's gone mad. Yes, we work with maybe around 100 universities in the UK, 300, 400 in the USA, and lots of other universities around the world. I think we work with about 1,500 universities in total. So there's lots of choice for the aspiring students on our websites to choose from in terms of universities, study destinations, and subjects.
So your company has license?
License?
Yeah, I mean the permission to do this mediating work.
Yeah. Um, I don't think there's a global accreditation body for that. A lot of people will just do it by themselves. They'll set up and be an agent and essentially do what we do, but only for themselves. And then we get the permission from the universities when we try to sell to them. We can say, we can market your higher education institute to millions of people worldwide, and we can give you software to help you talk to these students, and then if they agree and sign up with us and buy our services, then we have their permission to market them. And we're more of a first step. So other people in my company will talk to these universities and say, how do you want your page to look on our websites? And they'll go through a lot of discussions about that, so it's exactly as the universities want. And then most of the correspondence is done by the universities themselves using our software. So they handle the talking to the students. Although we've actually set up a new team of people in our company to talk to students on the university's behalf, which is exciting, because what we found is that a lot of universities, they just don't have the time to talk to students. So we've set up a dedicated team of 10 people who are great. I've met some of them. And they will learn about the university they're representing, and they will talk to the students on their behalf, and they'll say, oh yes, it costs this much. This is the visa situation. Are you interested in studying? And then if they are, they can book a meeting with the university.
So which country people comes to UK most? Most of the people who comes to your which country people are coming to study in UK?
It's a good question. As I said, we don't just work with the UK. We work with universities worldwide. But I believe India, where I believe you're calling from, is a big source of international students to the UK. China, also quite big. America and Canada, also fairly big. In terms of worldwide, India and China are a couple of the biggest countries sending international students. I believe there's a big emerging educated middle class in India, which is exciting. A lot of those people are looking to study abroad. There's also a lot of mobility, a lot of aspiring international students in Europe, because Europe's quite a small continent, lots of countries close together. It makes it quite easy for students to study in other countries, which is exciting.
So, what is the process for an Indian to study in UK?
It differs a lot depending on the university and their grades. But if they were to go through our website, you would see the university and then click contact school, and it puts you in direct contact with the university to find out all of the necessary application and visa procedures and things like that.
Do students get a scholarship?
Yes, we offer lots of scholarships, which I'm proud to say because it's an important way for people who are academically able but perhaps without the resources. It's a great way that they can access brilliant higher education. We as I say, we work with hundreds of universities, so a lot of them offer their own scholarships, which is great. And then if people use our website, they can contact them and find out about those scholarships. But also, because this is one thing that I used to do, that I've done a lot with social media, I used to have to say, contact the school and see what they have, which was okay, but it wasn't ideal. So I, along with a friend and colleague of mine, came up with an idea to offer our own scholarships in addition to the scholarships which our partner universities offer. And I'm happy to say we now offer $22,000 in total across 6 different scholarships, which people can apply to through us because it's a scholarship we give. They send a contact form. If someone wants a scholarship using our website, they send the contact form to the university, and then they can apply for our scholarship. And the scholarship can apply to any of the universities we work with. So I was very happy to introduce that in my company and give extra help to aspiring students who want and need it.
Is there any particular exam to get scholarship, and how much out of 100, how much percentage the scholarship that they get if a student applies?
Again, this all depends on the individual school because scholarships are very much decided by an individual university. So some will offer a scholarship which is only 10%, some which is 30%, some which is 50%. This is of the whole tuition fees, and some which is 100%. And some scholarships are based on financial need, and some are based on academic ability. So, for example, how well you score in your tests, and some are a combination. I can speak confidently about our own scholarships because that's something I've been heavily involved in. We offer 4 scholarships for $2,000 for undergraduate, and for graduate students we offer one $10,000 scholarship and one $4,000 scholarship. So that it wouldn't necessarily cover all of the tuition on some schools because particularly some schools in Europe and the US, they're more expensive than that, especially if they're very prestigious. But I feel it's a good amount so it can cover a lot of the tuition for a lot of students.
So you said there are 4 types of scholarships that you are offering. I mean, you're telling which
not really 4 types, but we have four different people can win in the bachelor's scholarship. Each of them would win $2,000. I should say win, earn a $2,000 scholarship. And for the Masters, there's one scholarship of 10,000 and one of 4,000. So it's all, they're not different types, it's just different amounts. So there's different awards. There's six scholarships you can get, but you can only win one, and you apply in the same way.
So how to win?
This is of the Keystone Scholarship, our own scholarships.
Should they give an exam, or how they win?
You contact one of the schools we work with through our website. That's the first step. And then we have an application portal where you put in your basic details like your name, which school you applied for, and the way you would win the scholarship above others is we have a question which is, what difference would education make to your life and your community? And then you can write that in a small essay about 300 words, or submit a 1-minute video to us explaining what education means to you and how it would change your life. And then we have the application window is still in progress, but when it's finished, our selection team will go through all of those and see who we think would make the most use of the scholarship and who deserves it the most in terms of both their financial need and their academic passion and ability. If you have some section on your blog, I can happily supply you the links so people can find this, perhaps in like the comments section of YouTube, for example.
Yeah, I'll put the link of your website in the description of this video. People who finds our video will see the link.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much.
So, how much out of 100%? How much scholarship any student can get from any country to study in UK? How much percentage?
As I said, that very much depends on the university and the students. Some will offer 100%, some will offer 25, some will offer 50, and some will offer a combination. There might be one university for one course which offers free for 100%, free for 50%, and free for 25% based on, and they will judge which applicant gets which of those scholarships depending on financial need and or academic passion.
There will be students who wants to work and who wants to study. Is that possible?
Yes. Again, this is something that differs depending on the country and university, but I am fairly confident that international students in the UK, including Indian international students in the UK, are allowed to work alongside their studies, which can be a great way to offset the cost of studying. For example, in a campus bar, a campus cafe, coffee shop like Starbucks, those are quite typical student jobs.
Will you help in that?
We don't offer direct help, but what we do is we write articles about it. In fact, we published an article just today. What is work study in the USA and how can you apply for it? It's a big national US initiative to help students work while they're studying. And we also offer the direct connection to universities, where they can ask any question to the universities, including what are my options to work while I'm at this university? And then our partner universities can answer those questions.
So you said you help all the students to study anywhere on this planet.
Yeah, pretty much. There are there are some countries where we don't work with a university, but we're always trying to grow. So the hope is that at some point we can work with universities in every country. But even now we can claim that we help students in any country, because one of our websites is called onlinestudies.com. That is purely for online degrees and courses, which you can study anywhere in the world. It's a great way that even if there are practical limitations to you studying at a top university, for example, visa, money, transport, you can still get a top education from a top university anywhere in the world: US, Europe, Asia, Africa, from the comfort of your own home. And that website, along with studying online in general, has really taken off during COVID, as everyone's unfortunately been stuck at home. But one of the advantages of COVID, I believe, is that it's really created innovation in online education. It's made teachers really think about, how can I make this class engaging for my students on Zoom? And I've had discussions with a lot of universities about this, and a lot of them are doing really great things with that. So we're happy that we've got one website, one arm of our business is dedicated to that type of studying.
You help students to come to Canada and study?
Yeah. Canada is quite a big market for us. We work with lots of universities there. We work with lots of Canadian students. I would have to check the numbers exactly, but at a guess, I would say we work with 100 or 200 universities in Canada. Hello? Oh, you froze there for a second. If you go to our main website, masterstudies.com, and you put /, then you can put the name of any country, and then you can see all the universities we work with in that country. Let me just try it now for Canada, for example, and I can see how many countries we work with there. $306, even more than I thought. I'm impressed. Yeah, Canada's a great place to study. There's lots of international students studying in there. Beautiful cities, top quality of education, and along with many other countries, I'd recommend it if people are thinking of a place to study.
You help students to get the full-time jobs there, or only education?
We're focused on education, as I said, but obviously education is a great pathway to a full-time job. Among all the less tangible benefits like networking and improving your skills, the great experience studies offer, one big reason people go to university is to get a job. So what a lot of the universities we work with will say, what we will write about in the articles that I publish, and what is on our websites is a lot of information about studying. So, for example, if we wrote an article, Why Study Biology, we will aim to write a lot about the subject and why it's good to study, but also what careers it can lead to. So study and work are very inherently connected. So we work a lot and it's something students look for a lot when they look for their degrees. What career can this lead to? So we don't directly connect people to jobs, but in an indirect way we do that. We promote careers a lot. And also a lot of the degrees we promote on our website, they include work within them, which is great. It's a great way to combine your studies with work. So, for example, could be a 3-year degree, and 3 months of that is an internship where you're working full time at a company, an internship that's arranged by the university. And of course, because that's a degree, that's something we promote on our websites. And I think that's becoming more common in degrees, which is great. A stronger link between industry and academia, which is great for the student, I think, because there's a combined experience of studying and work.
What are the common questions that you get from international students?
That's a good question. We get a lot of questions on scholarship, as you've also asked me, which is a reason that I and my friend started up our own scholarship scheme. We get a lot of questions on visas, naturally. And also, those are probably the two main ones. And then beneath that, if you can work while you study, what's the city like? What are the universities like? Another common question is test eligibility. I have this on my test. Can I get into a university in the USA? I have a TESOL. TESOL is an English test to test your level of English. I have a TESOL level 5 or a TESOL level 6. Can I study in the USA? So lots of questions, but those are some of the common ones, I think. And those can be answered both by the universities we work with, and also is something that I consider when I plan the articles we write. So it's sort of create an article that would answer questions that people have, and then they read the articles like, oh, now I know the answer to my question.
I've done my master's in software engineering in India.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations.
Thank you. If I want to do PhD in Toronto, Canada, will you help?
Sure, I can. After the call, I'll look on our websites and see if we can find you those degrees. I know that we work with quite a few schools in Toronto. PhDs can be quite hard to find because there's less. It's a more niche thing, as you probably know. There's less PhD than there is masters, but I think you could find something. You could definitely. I think you could find a PhD in that field in Toronto.
Toronto or
Certainly try.
Vancouver? Vancouver or Toronto? Anything is okay.
Okay.
Yeah, with job if possible.
Yeah, I think it's a great place to study those fields. I think Canada is quite an innovative place in terms of technology.
I already got the ECA from a university. My education standard, master's is equal to Canadian education standards, master's.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations.
Yeah, recently I got it, and the further is I have a thought to do PhD. If it is possible, let me know. That is one of the questions that is from me. At the same time, the people who watch us and who listens to us is a question from them also.
Okay.
Yeah. So courses. So all you are telling that there are a lot of universities in the world which will be there in your site.
Sorry, the line's a bit bad at the moment. Can you say that again?
There are a lot of universities details are there in your website in the world.
Yeah, we work with about 1,500 universities across the world, and actually we recently partnered with another company who do a similar thing to us, and then when you combine the two companies, we we work with 2,500 universities across the world.
Okay.
Which is
So what?
a big part of the market.
So before coming to your site, what a student must know?
I think that's one of the great things about our site, that they don't need to know anything before they enter our site. Our goal is to take them from the first time they think about studying. For example, they could type into Google, study economics in the USA, so they know nothing about it. And then through our whole student journey, which we offer, they learn all about the course. So they go to our website. The first steps is they find degrees in economics in the USA. They can read the page. That will give them basic information, and then we have a direct way they can contact the school. So they can ask questions directly, which might not be answered by the information on the page. There's also pictures and images of degrees and universities on our site. And then if they click contact school on our site, they create an account on our website where they can access all of their communication with the school, see other suggested programs that we offer them, that our schools can offer them based on the programs they've already chosen, and lots of other things. And then the end goal is that hopefully once they've browsed our site and maybe found 5 degrees they like, they choose the one that's their favorite, and then they apply to that one, and then eventually enroll in the school. So we've taken them all the way from thinking, oh, it'd be good to study economics in the USA, to actually enrolling in the university, getting on a plane, and starting a degree. And I think education is an amazing thing for the world. It helps people change their lives and their communities, and helps people tackle global warming, fight cancer, lots of amazing things like that. So I'm very proud. I'm very happy to work for a company which helps students realize their dreams.
How old is your website and your company?
We started in 2002, more or less, and because the internet wasn't very old then, if you look back at our pages, then it looks very basic and a bit like, oh God, but everyone was the same. And we've grown quite quickly over time. We started with about 3 people. Now we're up to 80 or so. I joined the company 2.5 years ago, and we plan to grow even bigger, and with more people on our team, offer more products, offer even better service to students, and work with even more universities and even more countries.
How many students took your service till today from 2002?
6 million. I don't know the exact figure over all time, I'm afraid, but I do know that for the 2.5 years that I've been working at the company, 6 million students and aspiring students use our websites every month, which I think is, I'm happy to work at a company which interests and helps that many people.
So there will be a lot of students and parents and individuals will be watching this video and listening to our words. Do you have anything to say to them?
Yes, just if you have a passion for a particular subject or studying in general, just go for it. The options are so great now, especially with COVID. Obviously, it's had the pandemic in general has had some sad effects in terms of health and people being stuck at home, but and also with education. But it's also led to great innovation, and it's opened up the world of education to people in many ways that wasn't available before. The amount of online degrees has probably gone up by double, triple, even quadruple. So even if you feel a top quality education is out of your reach, it's probably not. Whether that's a physical education, going to campus and learning, or online, just go for it. I mean, I'd love to say hopefully with our sites, but it doesn't have to be our websites. Just go for it, and the worst, don't think of the first step as daunting. One big thing we try to do with our websites is make it easy to contact an admissions officer in the USA, where before that might have seemed like, oh, but I don't have the qualifications for this, or I will never get into that school. We want to put you in direct contact and make it very easy, and we believe we do that. So I'd say go for it.
Okay, so I'll put the link in the description of this video. People who finds our video uh, will go through it.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your time. I enjoyed the interview.
Thank you, man, for giving me your valuable time and telling me about your services.
Awesome. Have a great day and keep doing the great work.
Yeah.
Bye.
Can I put this video and audio clip on my YouTube channel, on my social media, on internet, on my podcast, everywhere with your permission?
Yeah, sure. And please send me the links to the posts and videos and everything when they're done.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.